This will be a 142 voice. Would you give us your name, please? My name is Lee Goodman. Are you married, Mr. Goodman? Yes, I was married approximately 3 or 4 years ago. Was this your first marriage? Yes. Do you have any children as a result of this marriage? Yes, we have a daughter. Were you ever in the military service? I was in the Marine Corps. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? I was convicted of a misdemeanor. Can you give us some information regarding that? What was the nature of that offense? I got into a fight with a police officer. Where did that happen? On Highway 41 near the State Line Road. What law enforcement agency was that? The county sheriff's department. Was the officer a member of that department? He was a deputy, yes. When did that happen? About 3 months ago. About 3 months ago? That's right. Is that the only offense you have been involved in? That's the only one, yes. All right. Do you drive a motorcycle? Yes, I do. When did you begin driving motorcycles? When I was 15 or 16. Make it 16. All right. It is my understanding that you are personally acquainted with one of the two plaintiffs. That's correct. When did you first meet him? About 3 years ago. Where did you meet him? In Illinois. Well, was it in a tavern or what? I don't remember. Do you remember what time of the year it was? I don't remember that either. Do you remember the circumstances under which you first met the plaintiff? By that I mean, was it business or pleasure? I believe I was pumping gas and he came to the gas station. That's how I became acquainted with him. You were working at a gas station, is that correct? That's correct. Was that gas station located in this county? Yes, it was. Who currently operates it? I don't know. Are you referring to the gas station that is located on the northwest corner of that intersection? Yes, I am. Who operated it at that time? A Dolores somebody. I don't remember her last name. How long did you work for this Dolores somebody? For a couple of months. In what capacity? I was pumping gas. Do you recall what time of the year that was? No, I don't recall for sure. Let me get this straight. As I understand it, on a given day, approximately 3 years ago, the plaintiff was a customer of that gas station, and that is how you met him, correct? And that was approximately 3 years ago, is that right? It could have been 5 years ago. I really don't remember for sure. That was a long time ago. After you became acquainted with the plaintiff, did you continue to see him on a frequent basis? I saw him occasionally. You and the plaintiff became social friends, didn't you? Yes, we did. Now, the incident that brings you here today took place on August 9. About how long prior to that incident would you say you first met the plaintiff? If I met him 5 years ago, I would say 2 years before August 9. Harking back to your military service, did you receive an honorable discharge? Yes, I did. Were you ever engaged in combat? No, I never left the United States. All right. After you met the plaintiff, you discovered that you and he had a common interest. Is that right? Yes, we were both interested in motorcycles. Did you race them competitively at any time? Just for hill climbs. Did you belong to a motorcycle club at any time? I belonged to the Outlaws. Where is their headquarters? It's in Chicago. Was the plaintiff a member of that organization? No, he wasn't. How did you happen to gain admission into that club? We just met once in a while. Was that during the time you were acquainted with the plaintiff? Yes, it was. When you met with the organization, where would you meet and under what circumstances? We met along Lakeshore Park once in a while. Where is that located? That's in Chicago. Did the plaintiff ever accompany you to any of those meetings? No, he did not. Did you ever see him race motorcycles? No, I never did. Did you see him ride motorcycles? I saw him ride motorcycles, yes. When you saw him ride motorcycles, was that on the public highway or was it at a drag strip? It was on the public highway. All right. Do you have any physical disorders at the present time? None that I'm aware of. Do you have any mental or emotional problems that you are aware of? No, I don't. I have never suffered from a mental problem or an emotional breakdown. All right. In the course of your acquaintance with the plaintiff, were you ever introduced to a person by the name of Joyce King? Yes, I met her, but I don't remember the specific circumstances. Where did you meet her? At a place called Stanley's Tavern. What is Stanley's last name? I don't know. Do you know whether or not Stanley is married? He is married, yes. Do you know his wife's name? Her name is Bernice. Approximately how many years has he operated that establishment? Since I have been around here. Does he still operate that establishment? I'm confident that he does. When is the last time you were in that establishment? The night the plaintiff and I were there? Would that be August 9? The night of the accident, right? You haven't been back to that establishment since August 9, is that correct? Not that I can remember. Why haven't you gone back there? I don't get along with those people. Did you have any difficulty with those people on August 9? No, not very much. I want to know whether you had any disagreement with Stanley that night. I always had disagreements with that guy. Do you recall what the disagreement was on August 9? I don't remember. However, you do remember having some trouble with him. Is that right? Yes, I was revving up my motorcycle or something. I had it parked on his lot and the kickstand was digging into the tar. Did Stanley make a comment to you about that situation? Yes, he did. As I understand it, the plaintiff also had his motorcycle there at that time. That's correct. Was he revving up his bike too? No, he wasn't. Did the plaintiff have a problem with Stanley? I don't think so. Was he having any trouble with anyone? If I remember correctly, he had some trouble with a kid on a Honda. A kid on a Honda?